Hey, Lockhart.
Hey, what's going on?
Whoa, had my speakers on there for a second. So I'm going to
Oh,
play
for
right
sure.
now as if I only have half my matrix. So as soon as he gets to half, I'll just stop using it. And we'll just see how it is.
All right.
This is my first game of the night. Alright, alright. There we go. Like, if I go in right now and focus on this Zenyatta, I can already confirm the kill. He's being healed by a Lucio. Like, you see the damage I'm already able to do here?
I'm not there yet.
Okay, that was a bit careless. But I can already get in and do so much damage to people and confirm kills, put pressure on. If I had missiles right there, I probably would have confirmed all those kills. Even just one. Like, one missile would have made a huge difference.
That's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't matter how minuscule the damage is for missiles. It's still adding on to our already respectable DVS.
Yep. Okay, that's half my matrix. And that's a risky ult. Well, I'm a risky player. We all know that.
All systems check out.
Getting point. Like, missed that.
Ejecting.
More crits than I would add my mech back. But I'm also using Matrix as often as I would normally. Like, I'm not really changing the way I play.
Routing power to forward shield.
Did you notice there that? Well, that wasn't the best ult. It was just exploiting where I knew people would be by the time my ult was coming down. Anytime you can throw your ult where people will lose visual on it before it goes off, good ult. Okay, went down.
Nerf this. I'm back in the game.
Like, if I just, in this fight, spend all my time focusing on this Lucio, don't care if he heals. You can track him down and finish him off. As long as you focus the... Great, I'm done. Nope, I'm alive. Hey, they C9'd it. Sweet. But being able to continue following someone. If I were able to shoot while boosting, I would have killed that guy so much more quickly. I can't believe they're actually doing that. Even though
It's going to be a game changer.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it because it really just fits my playstyle. It's gonna make what I do, like, already when they buffed D.Va, whenever this was, to be able to move more quickly while shooting. I thought like I died and gone to heaven. That was amazing. That was really all I ever wanted. Just move a little bit faster, and they did it. And it made everything great.
See, I started playing in Season 3 when she was seriously overpowered.
Yeah.
So she already had the speed, and she had the 400 armor, which was awesome. But
I mean, 2 seconds on defense matrix, exactly. Now that I think about it, the biggest change that's going to make to my playstyle is that I can't expect to just make it into a fight and then take damage and matrix my way out. Like, that damage combo there, already, in games against people who, I don't know, this is quick play on my main. So people aren't just bad, but they aren't 100% good either, because it's still quick play. People are practicing. But to be able to do this well already, with a hero who's not supposed to be doing this exactly, D.Va should not have gold hero damage. I don't think that's right. Like, DPS should always be able to have the hero damage.
see,
There, I should have matrixed a bit. Yes, what was that?
In my competitive games, I find that we have. So I've got gold damage, equals objective kills, and objective.
Yep. And that's not hard to do with D.Va already. Oh, that bug is still in the game where the screen goes black. That's the first time in a while that's actually hurt me in a fight. Usually I'm able to get around it. I'm usually not that deep.
They said they fixed it, but
yeah, maybe that's on the PTR.
Oh, that would do it.
Is that you, Kyle? You want me to move you in? Maybe in a bit. Ah, that was a mistake. Oh, almost used more than half there. Sorry, Mercy. Like, how quickly I can already melt a Zenyatta with just this level of firepower. So what, I'm gonna do that twice as fast? 25% faster? It's already so fast, it's like instant melt.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be great for tank busting, but it's just gonna decimate squishies.
Oh, got shattered. Where they at? Are they down here? Nope. That was a stomp.
And the one character that I'm having trouble with now is Reaper.
Reaper, yes. And the thing, so this is all gonna change, so I'm kind of hesitant about any advice I'd give you right now, but I'll tell you how I deal with him right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the search. The best way to deal with Reaper,
reloads?
basically, that's it. That's really all there is to it. And then you shoot at him, and then when he starts shooting again, Matrix, you do more damage at range than he does, or at least that's the way it feels to me. And he's still a fairly big target, so at the medium range engagements, especially if he has to reload, you can get in a lot of damage. But really, it's the same general wisdom. Don't fight him alone. If you get into a 1v1, sure, I mean, occupy him for a little bit by matrixing so that he can't do damage to you. Oftentimes, when he reloads, you do some damage. By the time he's gonna shoot at you and you just matrix and can back off, you can prevent him from being productive. But let's say in a team fight, this is more realistic now. In a team fight, Reaper is going to be doing damage to you or something else, you can make him completely useless. So no healing, he won't get any healing just by matrixing him. So yeah, now, but this is going to change because that way of using matrix is not going to be effective. You do not want to waste matrix just to prevent, just to, well, the way I would now call it, rendering one person ineffective. Like before with D.Va, I used to be able to pick one person who I knew was a threat and ruin their day by putting matrix on them the whole time. Or the Anna, like every time she's throwing her nade or her sleep dart or she's trying to heal someone, just blocking that. Like a lot of the time too, just blocking her healing, and you can change the tide of a fight there. But preventing Reaper from being able to do damage.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, thanks for the follow there, Heart Attack Jack. Not just blocking the damage he's doing to your team, but preventing him from healing. And also, like, a lot of the time I'll do this, Reaper ends up just wraith forming out because he's going to take more damage than he can possibly sustain out of. And also, Anna's not going to be able to heal him, which is usually the way I see Reapers getting healed in a fight like that. Because, I mean, Zen's going to be further out. Mercy, if she's in there, that's great because then she's a vulnerable target too. But yeah, that's how it's just matrix, but that's gonna change. So I mean, foreseeably though, with this buff coming in, you can just burst down Reaper through his DPS, because I mean, or at least be able to out DPS him. I don't know.
So what I'm thinking for the upcoming changes, I would probably boost into him and do the sky tracking drill, but add the missiles in.
Yeah. Because if you've ever seen a D.Va yourself, like on the enemy team, who boosts up into the air from the fight, it's ridiculous. It's so annoying to try and track and shoot at her.
Nobody does that on console but me.
Yeah. So on console, definitely. No one looks up except for Pharah. And if you go up quickly like that as D.Va, people aren't expecting damage. That's a maneuver that like a Winston does just to get out of the fight and get healing. But if you're able to do damage at the same time, yeah, Reaper's not going to be trying to shoot at you. He's going to be focused on the ground. And it'd be kind of stupid of him to try and focus on you up in the sky. I'm thinking now, yeah, the sky tracking thing, shooting at them the whole way through it, it's gonna change a little bit of the dynamic for how much you want to actually be in the air, as opposed to just like boost towards them while shooting. You hit them, do that burst damage, then go a little bit above them, so maybe not as high as before. As when your boost stops, just turn around and keep shooting at them. So literally just like put yourself above them. And it's going to be a balance of how far above them it takes for you to actually be comfortable turning around and shooting at them. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just going to be even more powerful. Imagine this too. You hit them with that combo, right? You go up into the air, you turn around, and now as you're shooting at them while you're falling, you're firing frickin' missiles at them. How great does that sound?
Oh, it sounds great.
Oh man, that's gonna be a great combo. And yes, total mayhem. Nixia just said total mayhem will be chaos. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh god, yeah, it will.
Missile spam. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, you were saying.
Oh, so yesterday when I was playing comp, we won most of our matches, but the one time we lost, we might have lost twice. It was both the same thing though. There was a Bastion laying into us on King of the Hill, and then I would be matrixing that, and then the Reaper would come up and take me out from behind. So like that was the combo that kept screwing us, was Bastion and Reaper together. Yeah. Well,
honestly, it wouldn't be just that. It's gonna be any combo of two people who are working together, or just happen to target you at the same time. Like the same would be true if it were even just Reaper and Soldier, but they're on opposite sides of you. You can't do anything. You're just going to take damage. You just want to get out of that situation. So the root of that problem is not the enemy team. It's being in a bad place. Wrong place, wrong time.
Okay, so I was just going about it the wrong way then.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to see, hard to tell without seeing it. But what it sounds like is you're in the fight, but at the same time, one or the other of them has gotten to a bad angle for you, such that you can't just matrix all the damage coming in. something I try very hard to do is make sure that the enemies are all generally in front of me, unless I'm like flank killing someone, but that's not important here. Like in the majority of the time, you're going to be with your team, and the enemy team is going to be in a certain other direction. If someone is flanking you, you should be peeling back and helping your team deal with that flanker. Like if it's a tracer and she's on your back line, D.Va is one of the most powerful ways to just shut that out and force her to retreat, or even do a lot of damage to her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So if there was a situation where you're taking a lot of damage and getting shredded by two different things like that, it's usually because you're putting yourself in between them instead of them in front of you. So maybe that means you have to focus on one of them first. Like if the Reaper is the one that's off the site, it says Reaper and Bastion, right? Probably your team should be focusing down usually Bastion's going to set up somewhere on a vantage point or hold a choke or a cover like that. You should have some range damage on your team or the ability to dive him really, really quickly. And if you dive in, and let's say the Reaper's with him, you want to make sure that you're on whatever side you can that puts them both in front of you, so you can block the damage that they would be doing all in a straight line, so just lining them up. If the Reaper is flanking you guys, you have two options. Either you dive super duper hard and kill the Bastion first, or probably the safer play, take out the person who's off to the side on his own, the Reaper, or force him to wraith out. But something like that, like even just engaging on him first. If you get in that first hit and a little bit of DPS, and he starts shooting, okay, Matrix, so he doesn't get any ult charge or health back. And if your team follows in, Winston showing up to that fight, or you and Winston both showing up, or anyone else doing damage to him, and he sees Matrix, he's done. He's just gonna run away, or he's gonna die, because he can't do anything to survive that. Reaper's pretty squishy for what he is.
Okay, so what? Yeah, so I've got to work on my positioning for that, and then we need more team coordination, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, of course, though, playing on console, you can't always expect that coordination. So I would say it's going to depend a lot on you just being aware of where the enemy team is, and then realizing that, okay, if Reaper's flanking, rather than being at the front line, I might want to just stay with the back line. Or if there's constantly flankers going on, right, you want to stay at the back line to help shut that down. But yeah, a lot of this is just made easier by having coordination, communication. All right, do you want to start up your stream?
Yep, it's going.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up, and we're gonna get right to it.